In this age of technology, where the next viral video can influence millions in seconds, the intersection of social media and politics has redefined how people form beliefs, engage in discourse, and ultimately even how they cast their votes. We are in a time unlike any other, in which social media's ability to polarize politics is frightening. The need for proper technological regulations and improved verification of political information becomes increasingly more urgent every year.
It's time to have a serious conversation regarding social media's potential impact to save, or quite frankly, destroy democracy.
Just 20 to 30 years ago, traditional media was the primary source of information, shaping public opinion and cultural trends. Today, platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube have overtaken traditional media to a staggering extent, especially among Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Social media has become more than a tool for communication. It has become a battleground for the hearts and minds of the people.
What I've noticed over time is that my students' knowledge of what's going on has grown, but their misunderstandings of what's going on has also grown.
In 2020, Facebook reported having to remove over 265,000 pieces of content flagged for violating voter interference policies. Staggering figures showing the ever-growing scale of the problem. Without regulations and restrictions, misinformation, hate speech, and manipulation would thrive. The facts show that these numbers will only continue to grow. Social media thrives on quick-paced information and action. Even outside of politics, information obtained through social media relies on quick reactions and little thinking that consequently often mean incomplete information.
Viral trends and short clips rarely capture the nuances of the full story.
This issue isn't something new. However, the key point lies in how social media's ability to polarize politics is getting progressively stronger the farther we get into the age of technology.
Instagram, TikTok, is that you're sort of seeing information that the technology knows you want to see. They base what you see on an algorithm. And so then you're seeing things that either confirm your own pre-existing opinions, particularly about politics.
A world ruled by algorithms closes off views, closes off debates, and balkanizes people.
Algorithms can create echo chambers without one even knowing. This can dramatically shape how one's political viewpoints, especially so if they're younger, making people exposed to a version of reality intended to keep them engaged and not necessarily informed.
Platforms such as YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok have shown massive increases in the quantity of users regularly getting news off of each respective platform. TikTok, in particular, demonstrates exponential growth, rising from just 22% in 2020 to 52% of users in 2024. While this data does not exclusively reflect political news, political content contributes greatly to this data, highlighting a growing trend in not only the public social media engagement with news, but also political discussion.
Most of the students, they're not following news networks and traditional news outlets the same way that I used to, where those personalities matter. I know where I'm getting my information.
But some views are not just different, but reprehensible. And there might be a lot more of them without the gatekeepers. These views and others can affect our election.
A 2018 MIT study found that false political news spread 6 times faster than factual content on Twitter, which not only further outlines the growing presence of social media, but the power of political media utilized within social media platforms.
Social media isn't inherently bad. There is objectively no denying that social media and the internet are some of the most phenomenal technological advancements in human history, providing platforms for the unheard, developing global connections, and making information more accessible than ever before. However, since the beginning of its innovation, unchecked and unverified political misinformation has always done harm. The difference? This harm is only getting sharper as time passes. This calls for change.
We believe our president should take action, not being too lenient, but also not being too severe. Finding strong solutions while enabling free speech is beyond challenging. However, some potential solutions we suggest the president take to reduce or mitigate such problems consist of the following 3.
Social media companies should disclose how their algorithms recommend content. Transparency allows users to understand why they see certain posts and mitigates echo chambers. They should make algorithms far more controllable and free, all of which helps to enable people see more diverse perspectives.
Implement visible disclaimers or pop-ups on posts from unverified sources or channels, reminding users to think critically before accepting the content or story they see as the truth.
That we have really strong media literacy courses for people to take.
Make sure students are properly educated on media literacy, and it should be integrated into every school's curriculum. This enables students to identify reliable sources and think critically about the information they consume. This could and should be introduced as early as middle school. While there are many potential solutions, and these aren't guaranteed to solve anything, it is a step in the right direction and can ensure the future and integrity of our democracy. It is up to platforms, governments, and users to work together to ensure social media empowers democracy instead of undermining it. The next time you see a viral political clip, ask yourself, is this the full story?